Sad news for Israel. The IDF announced 4 more hostages have died in Gaza. This as the U.S. is calling on both sides to agree to a ceasefire.
Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu is holding fast to his government's pledge to keep fighting until Hamas is destroyed. Now the U.S. is turning to the United Nations to increase the pressure. CBN's Julie Stahl has the latest.
The Israeli military confirmed that 4 more hostages died in captivity in Gaza. 3 of them were seen alive in a Hamas propaganda video released earlier.
Their loved ones were killed a few months ago during Hamas captivity in Gaza, and their bodies are still being held by Hamas. We assess that the 4 of them were killed while together in the area of Khan Younis during our operation there against Hamas.
The Biden administration claims the remaining hostages could be freed and the war ended if Hamas and Israel would agree to its ceasefire proposal. They say the IDF's war on Hamas has so weakened the terrorist group that it doesn't have the capability to launch deadly attacks like the one on October 7th.
Endless conflict in Gaza in pursuit of some idea of total victory is not going to make Israel safer.
Israelis say the pitched battles that still continue in Gaza and the ongoing rocket launches prove that Hamas is far from defeated. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu rejects any plan that would end the war before destroying Hamas's ability to govern Gaza and strike the Jewish nation. He maintains he's sticking to his war cabinet's goal from the start: no peace till Hamas has been eliminated and all the hostages freed.
We insist that we complete both this and that. It's part of the outline. It's not something I'm adding now. It's not something I'm adding because I was pressured in the coalition. It's something we unanimously agreed on in the war cabinet with one voice.
Meanwhile, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations is urging the UN Security Council to support the 3-phased plan announced by President Biden to end the war. Israeli commentator Carolyn Glick tells CBN News it's an end run by the Biden administration.
So this is a way of going around the Israeli government, going around the Israeli people, going around the American people, to try to compel Israel to capitulate through the United Nations. They did the same thing in 2016 with the nuclear deal that President Obama finalized with Iran that gave Iran an open path to a nuclear arsenal.
Meanwhile, in northern Israel, Israeli troops and fire and rescue services have gained control over raging fires sparked by Hezbollah rocket fire in the Galilee. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.